For commentary, the finalists are Julian Aguon, freelance contributor, The Atlantic.
He says it was unexpected.
It's pretty surreal.
What's considered the highest honor in journalistic writing bestowed on Guam's Julian Aguon. His piece entitled To Hell with Drowning centers Indigenous stories as critical to climate justice. The Pulitzer Prize described his writing as both heartbreaking and hopeful.
If climate change is indeed the fight of our lives, we will not win that fight by way of facts, but we might by way of stories.
It could be considered an odd proposition coming from a lawyer who tries the facts, but his prose and poetry aren't new to those who know him. His work is expansive and pushes the envelope.
Something about the way we communicate the crisis, it paralyzes our efforts to stop it. And so I really wanted to try to tell stories or tell the climate change story in a really different way, a way that felt intimate and close and personal, and not just alarmist.
He writes in the piece, "If my corner of the earth had an anthem, it'd be this, To Hell with Drowning." Those words were drafted with the help of another CHamoru writer from Guam, Lenika Cruz, who's a senior editor on the culture desk at The Atlantic based in D.C.
It was a really unique opportunity to be able to connect with Julian about this story and to be able to kind of talk about our side of the world to an audience that maybe, Guam, the Pacific Islands are just not really on their radar in the same way.
She says conversations about the piece began in June 2021 during her visit to Guam, and 5 months later, it was published. She admits there wasn't much to edit.
It did something that I feel like I want the best stories to do, which is to disarm you as a reader.
And now perhaps more readers around the world are armed with stories in the fight for climate justice. Tomas Manglona for KOAM News.